So we successfully completed 5 chapters by the grace of Lord Krishna. So now we are going to start the 6th chapter. So this is, as we know, Bhagavad Gita is divided, it's a trilogy. The first 6 chapters convey one particular aspect. The next 6, the second aspect, and third is the connection between the two, last 6. So this is the last chapter of the first trilogy, we can say. But okay, this is only a broad division. There's nothing like it is watertight. So here Krishna, up to 6th chapter, he tells Arjuna who Arjuna is. Then in the next 6 chapters he is going to say who he is. So this is broad division. So 6th chapter is titled as Dhyana Yoga, meditation. As we know, Dhyanam is meditation. Now Dhyanam may have different meaning for different people, and it's a very a very vast subject, you can say. People understand it differently. So basically you can say broad definition of meditation is, like in English there's a phrase, meditate upon. So we always find a subject to meditate upon. So you can broadly say meditation is focusing upon one set of thoughts while keeping the other thoughts away. So like if you are studying a subject, you try and focus what you have read, because thoughts will keep coming. The more we are able to focus on a set of thoughts which we want to think, understanding becomes better. So basically meditation is to focus on one set of thoughts, because if we close our eyes, there are so many types of thoughts will come, and they will jump from one corner to another. From here they'll go to the moon, they'll go all around the world, come back. So this is what is the nature of the mind. So by practice, if we are able to focus on one set of thoughts and keep the other thoughts away, it becomes meditation. And the ability to bring back your mind to that set of thoughts is also meditation. So mind is bound to go away. By continuous practice, probably one can focus more on the thoughts we want to focus on and keep away the other thoughts. So this is a process, and each of us may have tried meditation, and for different reasons. Now meditation, why do we meditate? Some will say, I want to calm down my mind. Some will want to, get some experience, because there are different types of meditation. Now some of us have recently gone through this chakra meditation course. So there we meditated upon the 7 chakras on the body or in our system, and thereby each of us got a different kind of experience probably. So we are looking for certain experiences in that particular type of meditation. So each type of meditation, and each person is looking for something different from meditation. So this is the broad classification of meditation. Now when it comes to Vedanta, in our Vedantic texts, meditation is looked upon in a different way. So initially meditation is to prepare the mind. Like when you want to sow something, you prepare the ground, then you sow the seeds. So similarly, you want to gain knowledge, you prepare the mind, you use meditation as one of the tools. Meditation is not just one tool, not the only tool. There are different types of methods to prepare the mind. So in Vedantic language, if we say, initial meditation is called Upasana Dhyana. So this is purely to prepare the mind. There is no, we are not looking at having a calm mind, or we are not looking at any experiences coming out of the meditation. It is just to prepare the mind so that when we go for knowledge, the mind is ready to receive it. So this is as far as Vedanta is concerned. Now we need to understand a few things. Now when it comes to Vedanta meditation, now because Krishna is going to talk about only Vedantic meditation, he is not going to teach us how to meditate and gain this or gain that. So the whole goal is to attain moksha, and meditation is one of the part of the process, you can say. So, but we need to understand that first thing is meditation does not give you moksha. So by meditating, you are not going to gain moksha. So that is one thing which we should be very clear. So somebody is sitting and meditating and say, I'm going to, at the end of the meditation, I'm going to get moksha. It's definitely not going to happen. So meditation is not a means to gain moksha. Similarly, meditation is not a means to gain knowledge. Knowledge comes by study. You can meditate upon that knowledge, but you cannot gain knowledge by meditation. So that is another thing we need to be very clear. So it does not give moksha, neither it gives knowledge. And thirdly, like I said earlier, Vedantic meditation is not meant to give any experiences, because experiences are always limited. They are bound by time. They will come and they will go. They are not permanent. So we are looking for something which is permanent. So we cannot gain moksha by meditation. So these are the things we need to be very clear, because if we think, okay, now I am going to meditate and I am going to gain moksha, or I am going to get knowledge, we should not fall for that. If our aim is to get experience through meditation, then Vedantic meditation is not the one for that person. So we should be, since we are talking about Bhagavad Gita, which is a Vedantic teaching, we need to be clear about what kind of meditation Lord Krishna is going to talk about. Now let us understand what is the role of meditation. First is the Upasana meditation, as we talked about, is to prepare the mind. So you focus on something, maybe your breath or maybe any other thing, which will help you to keep your mind with you without wandering for some time, so that when you receive the knowledge, the mind is free to receive the knowledge. So that is the initial meditation. The first stage of meditation is called Upasana meditation, Upasana Dhyanam, where you prepare the mind for knowledge. Then comes the main part, because we are looking at knowledge. The second part is we call Shravanam and Mananam. Now Shravanam, as we know, means listening to the Vedantic discourse. So Shravanam is a continuous process. We need to keep on listening. So whether it is Bhagavad Gita or any of the Upanishads, or it has to be in a systematic way, as we have already discussed, over a period of time, over a length of time. Regular study under a competent teacher is the way forward for Shravanam. So Shravanam is listening to the gurus who are well versed in that. So, and it's not something which we do for a short while, then go back to our. We can continue with our day-to-day things, but if we are looking for that moksha, we need to find time to spend time as much as possible to listen. And as we listen, Mananam happens. So Mananam is understanding. So sometimes this understanding, sometimes as we listen, we are able to understand. Sometimes there are doubts. So Mananam is nothing but clarifying those doubts. As we listen, doubts will arise, definitely. It is not so easy to understand. Doubts will keep coming, and some of those doubts, if we reflect upon them, we may get clarification. Some of the doubts we clarify with the Guru, and maybe some of the doubts fellow students can also give some. Somebody might have understood better, so they might give some idea about if they have understood in a particular way and somebody has not understood, maybe the fellow students can also guide. So Shravanam and Mananam go together. It's a continuous process. You listen, then you firm that knowledge. The knowledge should sit firmly in the mind, in the intellect, because knowledge happens only in the intellect. So we need to go through this process continuously, Shravanam, Mananam, until the knowledge is firmly entrenched in our mind. So how long that process will take, we don't know, but this has to go on until we have no doubts at all. So whatever doubts have to be cleared as and when we listen. We need to, maybe some of the initially, if we do not understand, maybe if we reflect upon that later, we may be able to understand. Because if we don't understand something, it is because we are not ready for that. It is not that the Shastras have made a mistake. So sometimes people think that because I don't understand, that must be wrong. So when it comes to Shastras, when we follow the traditional system, we always do it with Shraddha, which means if there is any misunderstanding, it is because my capability is lacking in understanding. It is not that the knowledge has any problem. So we need to clarify our doubts as and when they arise. We either reflect upon those things, we may get some clarification from the Guru and from the fellow students also. So this process will continue until the knowledge is firmly embedded in your mind. So this process, when it happens, so you become completely firm in the knowledge. So you have absolutely no doubt. And the knowledge is nothing but knowledge of the self. So knowledge of the self means just understanding that Aham Brahmasmi, I am that Brahman. And this knowledge is not something it is just seeing your face in the mirror and recognizing it. So it is already there. You are the very embodiment of happiness. You are complete in yourself. So it is just that doubt is removed about yourself. That's all. It is nothing new you don't gain anything. You just remove all the doubts about yourself and then you see yourself. So this is what the knowledge is all about. So once the knowledge is firmly entrenched, we have to ensure that there is absolutely no doubt. There is any time, at any point of time, you have no doubt about the knowledge. Because sometimes we seem to understand, then suddenly we may get some doubt. So there is a joke Swami Dayananda quotes on this. So there was a person, it seems, who thought he was a cat. So he always used to feel he was a cat. So the people at home, they tried to convince him many ways, you are not a cat, you are a human being. Somehow he felt he was a cat. So they went to a psychiatrist, and then the psychiatrist talked to him, and finally he agreed that he is not a cat. So whatever methods the psychiatrist used, finally he agreed, okay, I am not a cat. So people at home were happy. He came back home. For some time he was okay. Again he was afraid to go out. He always had some doubts. So again they asked, what happened? You know you are not a cat. Then why are you now afraid? So he said, I know I am not a cat, but do the dogs outside know that I am not a cat? So knowledge has to be very clear. So even after the psychiatrist confirmed, he still had a doubt. He is okay, but what about the dogs that are outside, whether they know that he is not a cat? So the knowledge should be entrenched firmly in the mind. But with that knowledge, still there could be some issues. Because, like for example, you have a tank of water and there is a pipe. Now the tank is full, the pipe is also available. You open the pipe, still there is no flow. So there must be some reason. So there must be some problem in the pipe. Something is stuck in the pipe. Similarly, we have gained all the knowledge, but each of us carry lot of things in our subconscious, unconscious mind, which prevents this knowledge from being, you get completely entrenched in that knowledge. So you need some ways and means to remove that blockage, and this is what the Vedantic meditation is about. It is called Nitidhyasanam. So in Nitidhyasanam, you reflect upon your issues, your problems. The more you understand about yourself and resolve those problems, the knowledge will, like you open the pipe, if the blockage is removed, the pipe will start flowing. So ultimately that is what leads to moksha. So Shravanam, Mananam, because each of us comes with a baggage. We have a lot of unknown blocks. We may not know what are the blocks, but something is preventing from that knowledge to actually take effect. So those blocks have to be removed, and here Vedantic meditation or Nitidhyasana is the process of removing those blocks. So you reflect upon your issues, your likes and dislikes, some of them which have not been removed completely. As far as the knowledge is concerned, you are very sure, but for that knowledge to take effect, you have to remove those blocks in the mind. So this is what Vedantic meditation is about. So unlike in fact, there may be other, benefits during this process also, because a lot of siddhis may also happen. See, meditation can lead to, you cannot deny that there are many other benefits of meditation. But if you are looking for moksha, you should put aside those benefits and concentrate on moksha. Because a lot of people, they are misled by these powers they get, because during the lot of your potential is released as you meditate, and that may lead to a lot of powers. So that's why we must have heard many saints. Even Kanchi Periyava had many powers. Many people have told about the miraculous powers of Kanchi Acharya, with like that so many other people also. So it is not that meditation will not give you powers. It is definitely possible that it may release certain things which give you certain kinds of power. But if you are clear about the goal of moksha, then you don't get carried away by those siddhis that you get. So one has to be very clear and firm about the goal. So we have to use meditation to clear all the doubts in the mind about ourselves. In the process, so Shravanam, Mananam will continue, and as we meditate, the more the mind becomes, or the intellect is firm, the knowledge is firmly embedded in the intellect, this knowledge will lead you to moksha. So this is the process. So meditation is not meant for any experience, not meant for gaining any powers, if you are looking for moksha. If you are looking for those things, then you need to meditate that way. You need to find what kind of powers you need, or what kind of effect you are looking for, what kind of experiences you are looking for from meditation. Like for example, in chakra meditation, as we do, we may get some, your body may heal. It may address many physical and mental issues also. But any other form of meditation is not going to give you moksha. So here we are talking about Krishna in the 6th chapter, talking about Dhyana Yoga. It's purely for gaining moksha. So that we need to be very clear. So this is what Vedantic meditation is about, which Krishna is going to unfold in the 6th chapter. Now basically he is going to cover 5 topics in the 6th chapter. First topic is general preparation for meditation. So if somebody wants to meditate, in general they should follow certain rules. So which he is going to tell. Which is just Samanya Jnanam. Then specific discipline, when you are going to sit for meditation, you should follow certain things. General rules are many things which may not be immediately required for meditation, but they are also overall required for meditation. Then specific rules which are required for meditation. Then he is going to talk about the process of meditation. Fourth, he is going to talk about the benefits of meditation. And finally, he is going to talk about the various obstacles that will come during meditation and how to manage them. So he is going to give a complete guide on meditation, because it's one of the you can say a good part of the process of attaining moksha. Because meditation, though it is not going to directly give you knowledge, or it will not going to give you moksha, it is very useful in the process. So it's a very useful tool in the process of gaining moksha when it comes to Vedanta. So we are purely talking about meditation here for gaining moksha, as a process to gain moksha, not as a tool. It's one of the processes which will help us to ultimately gain moksha. So this is what in the 6th chapter Krishna is going to elaborate. So to sum up, again, meditation is not going to give knowledge. Meditation is not going to give moksha. Meditation is not meant for experiences. We should be very clear if we are looking at moksha as the ultimate goal. So any other form of meditation is not connected with this. So it is our interest or our basic this thing to find what we are looking for. So once we are clear about the goal of moksha, then for that person Krishna is going to elaborate on this process. So from next class we will directly get into the 6th chapter.